Welcome to Crypto Smasher. Here we do deep dives into all things crypto. If you want to stay informed of our content, then be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Full disclaimer, nothing in this video or other content on this channel is created as investment advice, only purely for informative purposes. Despite the growing use case and global adoption, the price of Algorand continues to drag. For instance, looking at a 90-day chart, Bitcoin is up 3%, Ethereum is down 3%, but Algorand completely bucks the trend by being down 49%. To shed some light on this and how this impacts the future price of Algorand, I decided to share some insight from the Algorand Reddit community on the matter to give us some perspectives. Let's begin. Comment 1. For me, it still feels early for Algorand. Yieldly was the first DApp to launch, and that's not even a year old yet. We all know the tech is rock solid, and that Algorand has the potential to be a top-tier layer 1. I'm just acting like I'm an early investor and holding something that has the potential to be huge. Comment 2. People are constantly saying Algo is a long-term play, and it's taken me a while to figure out what is meant by that and to buy in. It can be frustrating when everyone is saying it's a great project but price action is stagnant when other competitors soar. But if you look into what Algorand is doing, it starts to make sense. The foundation keeps throwing tons of money toward partnerships and dApp development, less so towards marketing. They incentivize holding and long-term investment through governance, rewards for early backers, and a 10-year vesting strategy. All of this suppresses the price, which frustrates short-term investors. But they're not the whims of a headless serpent, they're the moves of a long-term plan to increase and incentivize affordable adoption until that time that price suppression fades out. It's fast, cheap, closer than most to solving the trilemma, easy to use, genuinely interested in being compatible with governments and regulation, bridgeable to other chains, potentially quantum-proof. It could fail. It all could come crashing down. But it seems like a gamble worth making. If Bitcoin and Ethereum are still relevant in 2030, I bet Algorand will be too. Comment 3. State proofs and contract calls are going to be a big deal, but nobody knows about them and their use cases haven't been available yet. It's going to allow for transactions and swaps across proof-of-stake chains without using central bridges. Algorand will be a lot of things, but a huge settlement layer is going to be one of them. dApps talking to each other with transactions finalized on Algo with the security of pure proof-of-stake. It's hard to contextualize because it's going to do things we haven't seen before on other chains. Comment 4. Something I learned from watching Benjamin Cohen's channel on YouTube is that when Bitcoin is going down or sideways, altcoins can get wrecked hard. Most altcoins, Algorand included, have indeed gotten hit hard price-wise since Bitcoin has fallen from the highs around $60,000, $67,000. With that in mind, knowing Bitcoin's inherent volatility, there are going to be points where Algo's price is going to swing massively along with it. Altcoins go up a lot when Bitcoin goes up, and during those moments an alt can start outpacing Bitcoin in day over day, week over week, and even month over month % price increases. We're not in that phase of the market cycle right now. Ironically, to a lot of people, slow and bearish times are actually the best time to buy, but alts are especially risky since many just die out during bear markets. They need to have underlying factors that allow them to outlast the bear market, which in Algo's case can be the superior tech that can allow for industry-sized transactions to take place on its blockchain, or an enticing and secure governance system that enables investors to provide input on the blockchain's development, and rewards for participation in governance. In the meantime, I would just hold on to Algo and just wait for the whole crypto market to recover from its recent dip. Same for the stock market too really, but with world events the way they are, I think many investors are generally anxious right now. Comment 5. I think they're referring to the fact that Algo never has been and never will be a short-term play. It's arguably one of least volatile crypto investments and is not going to fluctuate like a meme coin. This can be attractive for investors with a low risk tolerance who don't want to feel like they are gambling in the crypto space. I myself am a long-term hodler and I don't pay any attention to short-term price action. Algorand has my full trust and I can confidently say that there is a good reason behind everything they do behind the scenes. For example, I like that the tokenomics are very transparent and how the distribution schedule is nicely laid out. The problem is that right now we are still within the time frame when inflationary pressure is higher than the number of tokens in circulation, but this is expected to change sometime around 2025 and will only improve from there until 2030 when all 10 billion have been distributed by the foundation. Simply put, its high supply will make it difficult to see any kind of significant price action this early on, and we are in fact very early in this project. I am a firm believer in the long-term success of Algorand and no amount of FUD would ever cause me to sell. That's all the comments I will share on the subject. I hope you gained some fresh perspective on the Algorand project. Many thanks for your time, see you next time.